What's up? I'm Percy. This is Mercy. Mercy's totally vanished. Did you hear the footsteps as she was running away? She wasn't running away. She's got stuff to do. Welcome to the brand new hit, critically acclaimed morning show called
Half Calf! Dun 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 dun.
I like the sound effects. Where every day we upload a short little video that's hopefully something interesting and motivating and just distracting. Today is Wednesday, October 14th. The story of the day. There's a show. It was originally created by a guy named Norman Lear, and he created the show in the 1970s. So Netflix created their own version of it. It's called One Day at a Time.
And then maybe later you can show me how to turn into a bat.
Your mom's kind of mean. I'm obsessed with her.
It's about a Cuban-American family this time. I never watched the original, but now it's just with a different family, different maybe characters, different stories. But it's basically about, I don't know, some tough subjects that this Cuban-American family's going through.
Went to war, I got hurt. And when I came back, there was an organization set up to help me and other veterans get the help we need.
The show got its start on Netflix for 3 seasons, but then Netflix canceled it. But the producers of the show got it on another streaming network, which took off. And so now CBS is airing the 4th season on network television. So it's premiering tonight, the 4th season on network television, but you can go watch old episodes on like CBS All Access. But it sounds like it's a really good show.
Everybody loves Brian.
Yeah, doesn't sound right.
But the interesting thing to me about this is simply just that phrase, one day at a time, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about today.
Okay.
So there's going to be times in your life you feel insanely overwhelmed. There's this book, actually, called Bird by Bird that I was reminded of recently. It's a fantastic book on writing. And it's about a boy. He's 10 years old, and he's procrastinated, and he was supposed to do a book report, I believe, on some birds, and he didn't do it. So here he is. He's got like one more day to get it done. He's overwhelmed, and he goes to his dad, or his dad asks, like, what's wrong? And the boy tells him the story about his being overwhelmed, and the dad just says to him, son, take it bird by bird. And that's really basic advice, but it's really interesting. But that advice, breaking something down into just little tiny pieces, and you just focus on that little tiny piece right now. You're going to find like stuff that it overwhelms you. Don't focus on all of it, because you can't get all of it done at the same time. This COVID stuff, we're not going to fix it in one day. It's not going to be fixed tomorrow. It's not going to be fixed in a week. So we've got to focus on things that we can...
I kind of wish it could be fixed in just like a month.
I know, buddy. I know, and it overwhelms me, and maybe it overwhelms you. That's why we got to focus on like the stuff that we can control today and improve today about our lives, about our situations, and hopefully you do enough of those, things will work out. So that's what this whole one day at a time kind of comes from. Your life is going to feel overwhelming sometime, but if you can just focus on today, making today as good as you can and improving stuff or enjoying yourself, just do today. Tomorrow will come, you can focus on tomorrow. Check out One Day at a Time. We'll check it out. Haven't seen it yet, but it sounds really good. World Standards Day. I purposely picked this one because it sounds super boring.
You pick it if it sounds boring.
Well, because I think it leads to the whole like being overwhelmed. The standards are often a giant book or document of things that you need to do for your product or your business. For a lot of people, those kinds of things are overwhelming. It's another one of those things. Often you don't have to tackle them all at the same time. You can just focus on a piece by piece by piece. Nail one, feel good about getting that thing done, and then move on to the next.
Hey, Merce. Yours?
Oh, is she coming in for the joke? Do you want to hear a joke or no? Sure. Every time I hear a politician speak, and there's a lot of it these days, right? I mean, this is election season. There's a lot of politicians saying a lot of stuff maybe you've heard before. So every time I hear a politician speak, I have this overwhelming feeling that I've heard this BS before. Do you know what psychologists call that?
No, what?
Psychologists call it deja vu.
Deja vu.
Deja vu.
I don't understand it.
Remember we've talked about that word before? Bull poo, but it's poo you've heard before. Why am I explaining this one? All right. If you're new here, we've got lots of new viewers. If you're new,
If you're new
please
here,
subscribe,
wait, can I
hit the
tell
bell.
them what to do? If you're new here, take a crumpled piece of paper and throw it at Chrissy.
See you tomorrow.